Welcome back to Captain Crypto's Compass, and in this video we are going to talk about the legendary RSI. Now this is an indicator that is widely used by many different technical analysts and traders alike, but I often see it used in the incorrect manner. So in this video I'm going to run you through the basics of the RSI and why it is such a powerful tool for us traders. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place. So let's jump into it. I've opened up the Bitcoin US dollar chart for Coinbase on TradingView, and I'm going to walk us through what the RSI is and how we can effectively use it to help us get a better understanding of the market and just some general guidelines on what you should be thinking while using this indicator. So the first thing, just go to your indicator tab, open that up and type in RSI. Now if you type in RSI, the one that we're looking for is called the Relative Strength Index. So just open that up, and what you'll see, it brings up an oscillator at the bottom of your chart. It's not an overlay that's on top of your chart, it's an oscillator at the bottom. Now yours might look a little bit different to mine. It might be a purple line or something similar to that. I have changed the look and feel of my RSI, so you can go ahead and change the settings on the RSI if you want to change the style and the colors and the line thicknesses and all of that. But before we get to this, there is a concept that I want to instill with us here, and that is the power of emotions. Now, we have all heard that about 90 to 95% of all traders lose money. It's called this herd mentality. And this reason is our default emotional state when people look at money and when people look at charts and stocks and things like this. There's a general premise that we want to buy when the price is rising and we want to normally sell when the price is falling, and this is a normal reaction to fear and greed. As the price is rising, we get this greed that grips most retail traders, and they start buying as the price is rising. And then the opposite effect happens when the price starts falling. We have people who fall into fear and then start selling their positions. Now, the relative strength index is an indicator that gauges this emotional state in the market. Is an asset overbought? Are too many people buying this specific asset? Or is an asset oversold? Are too many people selling this asset? And it ties in with this emotional trading that most retail traders fall into, buying when they're greedy and selling when they're fearful. Now, there's a famous quote by Warren Buffett that's probably been quoted a million times, but it's just too good not to mention, and that is that he famously said that we have to buy when there is blood in the streets. Now that is very true. Taking this approach, understanding emotions with greed and fear, we need to, as successful traders, then sell when people are greedy or sell as the price is rising, and we need to buy as the people are fearful or buy as the price is falling. Now this is the complete opposite of what our normal emotional states will instruct us and drive us to do as normal people. This is something that you need to teach yourself. Sell when people are buying and buy when people are selling. And this is the beauty and the power of the RSI. It's a visual representation, a visual line that represents people's emotional states. Are people buying or are people selling? And knowing this, we can pinpoint very closely, specifically on Bitcoin now, when we can expect market cycle top or when we can expect the market cycle bottom. So let me illustrate this for you. Hey, hope you're enjoying the content so far. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. If we go back, well, let's go to the RSI first, and I'll just show you the levels here. And this is where the magic happens with the RSI. Now the RSI goes from about 0 to 100. The higher up above, as close to 100, represents this overbought or this greed that is in the market. And the lower the RSI goes on this level, it represents the fear in the market. The prices are falling, people are selling, this fear in the market. So the higher, closer to 100, is greed, and the closer to 0 is fear. Now, by doing this, let's mark out, just on the weekly chart on Bitcoin, I'm going to just mark out a couple of key levels. And I'm going to do that with highs, and I'm going to do that with lows. And this will show you something fascinating happening in the charts. And it's very powerful, because I mean, a lot of people want to know, where's the top, where's the bottom, how far can we still go down, how far can we still go up? And the RSI actually gives you this information if you know how to read it. So let's go here. So this was the market cycle top in 2017. Now all I've done is I've marked out excessively high levels on the RSI, and then I'm also marked out excessively low levels on the RSI. Now for me, I've marked out two key zones on the RSI, being the 70 level and the 30 level. Anything above 70 I classify as being highly overbought. It's getting into that area where we need to start thinking about selling. This asset is very hot. And anything below 30, I then consider the asset to be oversold, and I should start thinking about buying. So just applying this logic to the chart, we can see here that as the RSI gets higher up, it marked a local top of this bull run. Now it went higher a couple of times, where we have these pushes up, gets those elevated levels, has corrections, pushes up, corrections, pushes up. So this was a long-term trending bull market, but we can also pinpoint these reversal signals with a relatively high RSI level. We can see every time that RSI gets close to that 90 level, we have a correction. Close to that 90 level, have a correction. Close to that 90 level, we have a correction. And this correction here actually pinpointed the exact top of this bull run, with the bear market ensuing. Now, a lot of people would ask themselves, well, when do we know when the bottom is in then? Well, understanding these RSI levels, we can then, before we even look at the chart, realize that anything close to 30 is relatively high probability of being close to the bottom, as a lot of people are selling that specific asset. In this case, it would be Bitcoin. And we can see here that the RSI went all the way to that 30 level, broke below the 30 level, and just on that marked the absolute bottom of the bear market in 2018. And we can see that the price went to that 30 level where a lot of people were selling. You could feel the fear, you can feel the anxiety during that time. I don't know how many of you were trading Bitcoin at this stage. I remember this. A lot of people were telling us, we're going to go to $1,000, we're going to go to $100. That fear was so palatable. You could feel the fear in the market. And the RSI pinpointed the exact bottom of the market being under that 30 level. We can see we had a little bit of a pump up, and as the RSI got to these high extended levels, again it marked another local top. And as the RSI retraced back down, we can see how close it got to that 30 level here during the COVID crash. That 33 level, very close to that 30 level, also marked the bottom during the COVID crash. And then we had another rally up from these lower levels all the way back up to that overextended areas of 95. And as we got to these overextended levels, we had to then consider selling some of our positions, as the market was extremely hot. And we can see that this was very close to the top of the market. We had lost a little bit of a push up and down. We saw this bearish divergence forming. Now, this is an important thing that you can also do with the RSI, is you can gauge these trend lines. So bearish divergence in a simple term is when the price is moving up but the indicator is moving down. It's showing you there's a disparity between the two price movements. The indicators are showing you that we are losing momentum, but the price is continuing to climb. And this is a classic bearish divergence, telling you that you need to be careful. There's something big going to happen. And we can see here that using the RSI, we could spot this bearish divergence with the indicators creating this trending down movement down with the RSI, showing us that bearish divergence. Price are moving up, indicators are moving down, something big is happening. And we can see that we had that double top, and we entered our bear market in 2022 June. And a lot of people would have then asked and wondered, well, where do we know where the bottom is? And again, using the RSI, we can then see that relatively close to the bottom of the market, the RSI was trailing below that 30 level. And this came very close to marking the absolute bottom of the bear market. It peaked here and dropped down to roughly about 16,000, but we can see how close this is. And then taking that mentality of we need to buy when people are fearful, as the RSI is approaching these lower levels in the chart, we need to start thinking about buying. We can see that if we bought at these lower levels on the RSI, that we would have had a very healthy return. We can see here that every single time that the RSI gets to these overextended levels, there's almost at 90, we can see we had another correction. So this is the power of the RSI, understanding these levels, marking out the 70 level and the 30 level, and realizing that anything over the 70 level, we need to start thinking about selling our positions, and anything as close or below the 30 level, we need to start thinking about adding to our positions. Will help you to stay on the opposite side of the emotional spectrum when it comes to trading. You do not want to be an emotional trader. You do not want to buy when everyone is buying, and you do not want to sell when everyone is selling. We have to do the opposite of that. We have to buy when people are selling, and we have to sell when people are buying. So I hope this helped. Very powerful indicator. I absolutely love the RSI. And if you want more information, feel free to visit the link in my description, the Financial Freedom Academy, where I'm a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy, where we teach a lot of different trading techniques using technical analysis tools, and you will be joining a like-minded community of people who want to improve their lives, learn how to trade, and be the best possible version of themselves. So if that's something that resonates with you, have a look and visit the website below and see if that's for you. But all in all, great having you here, and I hope you learned something using the RSI. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.